tasked with guarding federal personnel and property. Over 1,300 were released from the Federal Protection Mission Wednesday, weeks after the National Guard was deployed to Los Angeles amid widespread anti-ICE protests. The plans are set for a new $200 million ballroom at the White House.
Spokesperson Caroline Leavitt said construction will begin in September.
The White House State Ballroom will be a much-needed and exquisite addition of approximately 90,000 total square feet of innately designed and carefully crafted space.
On Thursday, she showed reporters renderings of the structure to be built in the East Wing, showing Greek columns and gold-encrusted chandeliers. It will be paid for by President Trump and other private donors and will be used for high-profile events. I'm Brian Shook.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
If you want 5 free classic radio shows to add to your library or listen to them anytime you'd like, just go to 100radioshows.com. There's 5 shows waiting for you. Fibber, McGee, and Molly, Suspense, Jack Benny, Gunsmoke, and Richard Diamond, Private Detective. Yours free. Just put your email in. We'll send you an email with 5 links. The links never expire. The shows sound amazing. They're yours as our gift. At that site, 100radioshows.com, there are hundreds and hundreds of additional classic radio shows for purchase. If you decide to buy any of those shows, use the promo code
radio.
That's right. Use the promo
secret word
code
is
radio. If you do that, you'll save 70% on your order. Now, that's done at checkout. Make sure you put the promo code in, save 70%. Get some free classic radio shows at 100radioshows.com, at 100radioshows.com.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222, 222-2222.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Ooh, baby, let's go. 8:05 on a Friday, 67 degrees outside, sunny. Let's go. Get up and get them in. 314-590-3770 is the text line. We're live on YouTube as well. That's Lou Info on YouTube. Just click like and subscribe. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. If you want to call in, you can. 855-282-8255. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Jansen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing. What's up with everybody today? How's everybody doing today on this lovely Friday? How's everybody doing?
I'm here, so I'm good.
You know, like I'm not on this San Diego part of the trip. Be heading to L.A.
Heading to L.A.
For that part. We have a 7 a.m. flight, maybe 6 a.m., something like that. So that'll be fun.
On a Sunday?
But yeah, it's nice to be home for a weekend for a while.
Isn't that nice?
And not working.
Isn't that nice? You just going to chill, do your thing? You're going to go to Adriana's, baby. Adriana's today. Wow. I'm going to probably go back to Firehouse Subs. I got to go home, regroup, come back out and do a podcast. Rocky, you got me into that Firehouse Subs, baby. I mean, it's damn good stuff. Not as good as Adriana's. We all know that. Adriana's,
I'll fight
I think, is number one. If you ask anybody that really knows food in St. Louis, like Joe Fressa, Ed Herman, all those guys that kind of review all these different places, Adriana's seems like is ranked always number one. So where's that at? On the hill?
It's on the hill. There's other, like, people talk about Joya's as being really good. Everyone has their own favorite. I like what's that one right off Lindbergh? It's one of my favorites too. They have a great meatball sandwich.
Ooh, dang!
But it's too early.
Dang! I wish Adriana's they had another location kind of close to here, but I get it.
No, it's special. It's on the hill.
I get it. Rock's shaking his head. How was your day yesterday?
Just drive down to the hill while you're here in Kirkwood. It's a 15-minute drive.
Exactly.
You won't even go to Grossi's.
What's wrong with 15 minutes?
That's 5 minutes.
It's already 45 minutes driving home. So
exactly.
So that's an extra half hour.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Why do you hate Kate?
I love Kate. That's why
why don't
go, because she wants to see my presence. That extra 30 minutes goes a long way with my lovely wife.
Seems like a little bit of an assumption.
You know, exactly. I love her.
You won't even go to Grossi's.
I'm happily married. Oh my God, my shirt wrinkled.
You won't even go to Grossi's.
Shut it down, Rock. Shirt wrinkled. Ooh, God dang. Yeah, Grossi's is right down the street. It's right down the street. Yeah, I might check that out.
Is that you have nothing on under that? You're just rocking that? You're just rocking that as a t-shirt?
What?
All right,
well, why would I wear something under it?
I don't know. It looks like a hoodie.
Do you have it? Yeah.
It seems more like an over.
It's thin.
It seems more like an overgarment.
To what?
A
t-shirt? No.
All right.
No, it's not that chilly out. Not yet. I'm actually wearing shorts today, too, for the first time.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good, Maddie. It's not good. Well, how was your day yesterday, Rock? Rock.
Busy.
Rock, you're a busy man. Like, you really are, man. I got to give you some credit.
Sometimes things all coalesce on one day.
But
it's kind of my own fault.
And of course, Jimmy knows about this. But, like, being on the radio that long wears you out. Like, explain your schedule yesterday to people.
So I did this show and the YouTube show.
So that's about, wait. So this show's 2 hours. That's about an hour and 40 minutes, right?
Yeah. It was a long one yesterday,
okay.
Too. Then City had a media availability. Then I pulled a shift at another station that I still work at sometimes. It was 4 hours.
Oh.
And then I went to...
That's a long day.
And then I went to the City... And then I went to SLU's scrimmage, open scrimmage they had, which was a lot of fun. And then I had to record my soccer podcast last night because that has to go on the air today at from 3 to 4 p.m. and I have another shift. So,
man,
it was a long day, but I mean, I got to talk about sports all day. I got to be up close to the SLU scrimmage, talk to some of the players.
How'd that go?
Ran into Yuri Collins as I was walking out and talked to him for a little bit. I mean, I'm a very lucky person.
Wait, so you go to like SLU, so you don't have to read other people's quotes and then use that as evidence. That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yes. Yeah, he's working. And he's learning things.
Same with City. You're there.
And they see you.
That's why we call the podcast Boots on the Ground.
Boots on the Ground. I like it.
Yeah, that's too military. I'll be honest with you.
Ooh, I know.
But to be honest, it seems like you might be fascist.
Whoa.
Boots on the ground.
I never wear a brown shirt.
You know?
Boots on the ground. With a name like that.
What'd you talk about in your soccer podcast?
They had 2 games in 4-day span. There was a new who debuted. He had a big play that's should be indicative of what he's supposed to bring. So that was fun to break down.
Did he score a goal?
No, he's a defender, so I'm not really looking for him to score a goal.
Shutting everybody down?
He was shutting people down, but for him, he's 21 years old, and his passing numbers are insane from that position. Like, he's like one of the best 21-year-olds in Europe, like compared to like the Barcelona kids and stuff like that. So to see him open his hips and slice this pass through the middle, and take out like the entirety of an EPL defense with one pass, so it was pretty special. So we talked about that for a little bit.
You know what that means, Jimmy? EPL defense?
No.
Yeah. Neither do I.
English Premier League.
There it is.
Apologies.
There it is.
Yeah, I think that league sucks compared to the Bundesliga. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
What about the second Bundesliga?
Worse, just categorically.
All right, I retract.
Second Bundesliga, is that better than the MLS, you think?
Yes.
The second Bundesliga.
I would say the top 7 or 8 teams in the second Bundesliga, because all of them have played in the Bundesliga in the last 5 or 6 years because of promotion relegation. They are probably all better than the entirety of the MLS. But the bottom half of the second Bundesliga and the majority of like the bottom half of rosters in the second Bundesliga are you're literally, those are the players you're acquiring. I mean, Cedric Toyshirt was a starter over in second Bundesliga. He comes over here, has a good year last year. This year he's not very good and he's a bench player. So I mean, it's more comparable. Yeah, the MLS is consistently ranked by scouting services as like the 10th to 13th best league in the world.
Okay,
which puts it higher than almost every other secondary league except for the English secondary league called the Championship, which is a better league.
But you think about it, if you can have one Bundesliga, why not have a second Bundesliga
or a third?
Yeah, well, they do.
No, I'm saying why not have a second?
Exactly.
That's why I brought them up. That second Bundesliga is as good as any Bundesliga.
I wish we owned that drop. I wish that was our drop.
So how's everybody feeling
that was my
about
drop
yesterday? We want to hear from all you guys.
Drop.
With Taylor?
All you guys.
Oh, I don't know.
Bundesliga? Second Bundesliga?
All I know is whatever that drop came from, I was on that show, so I own it.
All right. We'll see.
You own a couple drops.
We'll see if we can make
some
that
good
work.
ones. How we feeling, everybody? Get them in. 314-590-3770. Chime in on YouTube. Blue Info on YouTube. I didn't bang my billet, Mom. I didn't.
I'm reinforcing that.
I didn't.
Women, they are hot.
See, Jimmy,
you can even tell that that's cut off from other things. You know, like
so
you can even hear it.
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
That's not even a standalone one.
This though, I mean, this sounds like you stuck out your chest and you said this, Jim.
Your butt does look good in those shorts.
Yeah.
Like you paused the conversation and it needed to make a point. I feel like you pointed at somebody as you said it too.
Who was that to?
Well, don't you think it was a follow-up to someone mentioning that their butt looked good in shorts?
I'm hoping.
Probably.
And we have no females on this.
I'm hoping.
On this.
See, that's the thing. You can't. I was going to say, like, who'd you say that to? Nope, there's no females, and there was no females at the time when you said that in this place.
Honestly,
now there are.
I'd be a lot more uncomfortable if you'd said that to a female.
Oh God.
Well, I wouldn't.
He wouldn't. Quit bitching, Cardinals fans and homers. That's true. Are they bitching? Are the Cardinals fans bitching today?
Look, yes, I've seen it on social media.
Well, yeah.
Right
there on the screens.
I mean,
Rooster, what up? What's up, Rooster?
Let's be honest.
What's up?
You can't assess trades for guys that are years away, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
Unless you really know who these guys are and you have a scouting resume, which I don't. So they traded expiring contracts to get young players. Again, I'll say it's like buying a scratch-off ticket. And so we don't really know. It's tough to assess a trade sometimes for a known commodity, a player with a major league resume. It's much harder to assess when it's young kids.
No doubt.
You weren't going to get like a similar. You don't trade like Maton to get another similar Maton.
I know that you don't know anything about these guys. You know that I don't know anything about these guys. So if I just yell louder, I win.
That's it.
I guess.
That's it. Tweet louder with like lights and emojis.
There's like a handful of people on social media that I'll say, okay, you know something about that prospect that I don't know. Mostly it's yelling of people who have the same lack of knowledge for minor leaguers from another organization that I don't know about. I was surprised that they didn't do more. I thought a position player like a Newbar would be in there. I really did. And since they were shedding all those guys, relievers, I thought they would shed JoJo. I kind of like that they kept JoJo. People were like, there's two schools of people. The Cardinals are awful because they traded these guys. And then there's another school that the Cardinals are awful because they didn't trade more.
Yeah, that school's a lot more vocal.
Right. People wanted them to trade JoJo because JoJo right now is kind of peaking.
Yes.
Now he's not an old guy. It could get better, but right now his trade value is very high and they held on to him. So look, that's what makes baseball great. Every trade's life or death.
And
it's more dire for this ball club because they're a 500 team now, which is heartbreaking. They were 9 games over, but you can't say they won or lost. Now, I did see someone tweet, it might have been Bernie, saying Keith Law praised it. He's a baseball knowledgeable. I know ESPN, but maybe Keith Law didn't praise. But for the most part, people thought the Cardinals did.
Keith Law was calling it a heist for the Mets.
Okay.
To get Helsley for just those 3 prospects.
Then I thought I saw someone say that he praised it. So
Bernie just the context was Bernie just twisted the context around and thought he was calling it.
And he apologized
Because there were some people on ESPN's side who did highlight the fact that Elizalde has really high strikeout numbers and that Baez has for the metrics plus power and arm strength at both the shortstop and projected third base spots. So there were a couple of ESPN people saying for this projection, it's actually not a bad haul, but Keith Law was saying it was a heist.
So that's where I saw. So I missed, but there were other people praising what they got in return. And look, you know what I did? I looked up Elizalde's minor league number and I saw more strikeouts and innings pitched.
Yep.
And I thought that's what they're going
and
for.
Baez
That's what they're going for.
And the important thing is not to react to the team rankings and Kyle Reese does a great job on Twitter of pointing out how those are subjective to one group of scouts, and a group of scouts is going to see things differently than another group of scouts. An organization is going to grade things differently. So when Baez moves from the Mets, he's the number 8. He's number 8 in the Mets system. He's number 6 in the Cardinal system. Cardinal system's pretty good. So that tells you what they think about a guy like Baez. And again, plus arm, plus power from the third base spot. Those are pretty good things to have. And again, Elizalde has a lot more popping strikeout numbers, but he's a little bit older and a lower rating than Dome. So there's a reason why Dome's higher rated. He doesn't have the baseball savant things that make you want to pop immediately because there's not a lot of red on the graph. But I mean, he's higher rated than Elizalde for a reason.
That's why I looked up Elizalde. And I was like, okay, why is this guy the guy they target if he's not top 25 or whatever?
Because he seems more like the throw-in.
Because he throws hard and strikes guys out. Okay, all right, let's see how it develops, because I also can't look at 30 seconds worth of minor league clips and assess if a guy is going to make it or not. Nobody can.
You want to hear from Mo and how there's no they weren't blown away by any offers for left-handed bats?
I wish we got hit a lot on our left-handed hitters. But none of the types of offers we were getting for those players were compelling for us to do it. So to say we went into this solely with just the focus of those 3 expiring contracts is not necessarily accurate. But we were not motivated to move players that we had under control unless we were, to put it mildly, blown away, and we just weren't.
I get it, but they do have redundancy, and I thought they would use the deadline to sort of sift through that, because they do have, a lot of guys, they can play this spot or that. So I thought they would maybe shed that and try to diversify their portfolio, but apparently the deals weren't good enough. So, yeah, I was surprised that a position player wasn't moved for a position player or a younger position player that could do other things and change sort of the face of their roster.
You want to hear from Mo talking about the moves made for long-term future?
Well, it's hard for me to speak on 26, other than I can say that the goal of this trade deadline period was about the future. And I don't think it's necessarily about the immediate future. It's about the long-term view of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Which isn't surprising, because he's kind of said that before.
He said that before. And his Mo also says the goal is to still win. Well, that's always cool.
Well, we're still planning on competing this year. Obviously, we have a lot of baseball games to play. We expect to try to win as many as possible. But clearly, we did change the look of the bullpen. Now we'll see some guys that come up from AAA, get some different opportunities, and we'll see how that looks. But our goal is still and try to win games.
Try to win them games. I bet
so we're going to see Fernandez back up, who was really good last year. Wasn't good at the start of this year, but apparently figured some things out. He went through the grinder last year. So we'll see him. Who else is going to bring up? We'll find out today. But
we'll see. What are you watching over there, Jimmy?
I have no idea.
What are you watching?
Judy in Disguise, the substitutes. So I was trying to get on our thing, and it said,
right there.
No, thank you, Cam.
Well, you're watching a music
Cam,
video.
Well, Cam, because I had to figure out why. All right, now
come on,
Cam. It wouldn't accept. I'm using this. You know what this is?
No.
All right, then zip it.
Well, figure it out. Figure it out.
That's what I'm
doing.
doing.
You just chirp Matt Holliday for not figuring. Yet you can't figure it out. Figure it out. It's all good.
I've been figuring out, but this computer is adding a step every day.
All right, Mo talks about hopefully players can run with more chances available.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not a surprise what we did in the clubhouse. I think players understood that we weren't playing at the level we needed to be on the other side of the ledger, i.e. Trying to add. And obviously the players that we moved were valuable pieces to our team, so they will be missed. But all businesses, it's about opportunity. And, now some individuals are going to get a chance to do some things that they were getting that opportunity to do previously. And so we'll see what they do with it. And, this year we did come in thinking that this was going to be a year where we're trying to create that opportunity for some of our younger players. And now we're going to get more of that. So hopefully they run with it.
Point of order, does the representative from New York take a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does this mean we're going to see a difference in playing time on players who are still on this roster? Because he talks about people getting more opportunities, but the only opportunities that got opened up were pitching opportunities. So are we going to see maybe some playing time changes in the lineup to open up opportunities for players in the last 2 or 3 months?
Like who?
I mean, maybe some more third base opportunities for certain people.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Gorman when he gets back. Apparently he had a big day on his rehab the other day. I didn't look yesterday. What's that?
He smacked one in his first day down there.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Gorman a lot more. They're going to stick with Walker no matter what, from here going forward. But the problem is you do have redundancy that will limit how much runway. So I think you'll see Arenado playing. I think you're going to see other guys. They're going to be more moving around. I would predict.
Do you think that also maybe also leads to some changes in the corner outfield as well? Because I mean, now that Walker's back and playing so well, you kind of have to, you really should be playing him every day in right field. And so guys like Burleson and things like that to keep getting him at bats seems like you got to open up left field into more of a consistent platoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're going to see based on matchups a lot to give guys a look. So maybe we'll see Herrera out there more because that'll open up DH, but that means someone else can't be in left field because there's redundancy. So they got to figure out a way to mix it. I just think guys like Gorman and Walker will get a ton of playing time. And Walker's hitting well. I think Gorman still has it in there. Let him get healthy and come back and see what he can do. And look, Burleson, they kept him, right? No one blew up. He mentioned it was Burleson, it was Donovan and Newt that got a lot of inquiries, and they kept him. So obviously we're going to see those guys play.
Gino chimes in because he's always positive. Awful excuse from Mo. One of the better seller markets in years, and you sit on average position players. They overvalued their own talent. Gino.
Okay, and you know what? I think that's a legit criticism. Like you had a chance to get a lot in return for guys that you have kind of stockpile of similar guys. So I get that. I'm not saying right. I don't know, but I think that's a fair question.
Yeah. Does this pave the path for some free agents?
I don't know how active. If he's not talking about immediate future, you're probably not going to be signing big name free agents.
I feel like the only multi-year contract with real term and value that I would expect the Cardinals to sign this offseason is Brendan Donovan.
Yeah, they might extend, but I thought he meant in the free agent market. Or they?
And that's what I'm saying is I feel like the only, because they're gonna shed 40 to 70 million if some other trades happen maybe in the offseason, but they're not going to want to spend a lot of that 40 to 70 back on the market, they're going to spend hopefully 15 of it on Brendan Donovan and maybe a starting pitcher.
Well, they need a starting pitcher.
Yeah, they're going to have to sign. They're probably going to have to sign like 3 or 4.
I don't really
scrap
understand
heap starting pitchers.
who's going to be in their starting rotation.
Well, there's somebody in the KBO right now that I'm sure we could throw a bunch of darts and hit one.
What they have now. So I already said if I'm GM for one decision,
what would you do?
Leahy goes to spring training as a starter. Now that also opens up. Well, he's really good in the bullpen, and you just shed all your relievers. Aren't you going to be a little light there? Yeah. But I think it's easier to find bullpen guys than starters. I would give Leahy a shot.
There's so many.
So you have Libby, you have Sonny, you have Palante. If they stick with Palante, who's had ups and downs, he's shown a lot of good. Last start was very good. And then who's your rotation beyond that? Right? They're going to need pieces in there. And let's be honest, the minor leagues aren't chock full of their minor league system, isn't chock full of guys ready to go. They've had some injuries that have stopped the development, some of the guys that we're counting on. So they're going to need starting pitching. And you like when King went on the IL, he was their first pitcher to go on the IL, which is amazing. They're starters.
And it's not even for a throwing arm injury, is it?
No, it was a oblique thing.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's an amazing stat. Every year, pitchers drop like flies early in the season. And it didn't happen with the Cardinals. So, I mean, that's fine, except my point is that's the exception. You need like 8 or 9 starters going into the regular season for the quote-unquote pitching depth and the rotation. And they don't have that right now because you're not going to get lucky like you did this year where no one gets hurt.
The Cardinals got something for guys that weren't going to be on the team next year. Could they have gotten more? Sure. But this wasn't a bad trade deadline at all. And that's from Spartan 4-4, who we love, but usually very negative.
Well, first of all, I think anytime you get guys that are prospects, and some of these guys, have some cachet behind them, you're excited to see what they can be. Will they be starters? Will they be stars? Who knows? I don't know. Man. I don't know.
Don't know. Nobody knows. I'm a believer that the 2027 work stoppage and the lack of revenue from the attendance has the front office sitting on their hands.
Well, that's a great point, too. Boy,
that's from Kevin.
The MLB situation. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, Rock. I don't know if you ever heard this, but I have a podcast.
What?
Called Serving It Up that's on Jim the Cat Hayes YouTube.
I listened to it again.
And you got that Matt Holliday, you got that Lance Lynn, that Kyle Gibson was a no-show yesterday because he had dad responsibilities.
Yes.
Happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, the forecast for how this potential work stoppage ain't going great. And Lance, let's just say he does not really enjoy Rob Manfred. I mean, we talked about, and I don't know if we brought up on this show, that Bryce Harper was in the Phillies clubhouse, and Manfred comes in and he said kind of very politely, "Pardon me, sir, we would appreciate if you left this place." No, he cursed at him, which is shocking.
Get the F out.
So I asked the boys about it, and Lance Lynn kind of went on a rant about how Manfred has made all major league players unite in their hatred of him because he leaks information, according to Lance, because he doesn't communicate. He doesn't seek to negotiate. He makes statements through the media. This is what Lance Lynn said.
Oh, I don't have it yet. I'm saying
I'm not. I wasn't. I was taking a breath there.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to have that for us the next segment. My apologies.
Yeah, he is. I didn't ask you to do it, so that's on me.
No, when I saw it yesterday, I was like, I have to clip that off.
That's a rant.
Blanked on it,
right?
Yeah, I got to find a good minute run of it because, I think that's hilarious.
And if you're thinking, all right, cooler heads will prevail, these two sides will talk it out because there's a lot at stake, and then you hear that, you're like, nope.
And for me,
I thought they apologized, and then Manfred tried to call what's his name, and he didn't pick up.
Well, yeah, and for me though, I want to hear this because I also saw Stephen A. Smith being like, you can't talk to a commissioner like that, and I'm like, I need somebody with an actual good opinion on this to let me know their thoughts because that's such a garbage boot-looking opinion from Stephen A. Smith that I almost threw up, and that's why I need a palate cleanser from Lance Lynn.
I wouldn't. I think it's counterproductive. I wouldn't. Really? I have no skin in the game except I won't have a job if there's a work stoppage. So maybe I have skin in the game.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe I'll do Stephen A. Smith. But here's the thing. You're trying to bring people together on this. You're trying to work out negotiations.
Get out of here.
You don't curse the commissioner.
Get out of here. I'd like to be in that locker room. A little fly on the wall.
Your job as the commissioner is to work with the Players Association reps, not to walk into my locker room and spread your commissioner propaganda. Get the F out of here.
Okay.
I love Bryce Harper so much for that.
Oh, he's great.
But why? But if you're the commissioner, look, I would also
confrontation's a good thing sometimes.
I would also not walk. I like a nice confrontation. I would not if I'm Manfred, I wouldn't walk into a clubhouse.
That's what I'm saying.
However, I don't think it's right to talk to him that way. And I'll be honest about it.
What do you mean talk to him that way? He said,
"Get that."
Yeah, it's a declarative one sentence to somebody. It's not like, this is my thing. We got to be able to stand up to people in this world. And that's all he did. He said, "Get the F out," and he did. There's nothing wrong with saying that to somebody who's where they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he's the commissioner of baseball in a clubhouse. Now,
I'm talking about labor relations. He crossed a line.
Hear me out. There's other way. I'm not a big cursing guy. I'm not a big name caller. I just think it's counterproductive. If I'm Manfred, I don't do that. But if I'm Bryce Harper, I don't do that.
Sometimes it works though.
What?
Little Marco, Crooked Hillary.
Yeah, name call. Yeah, work for Trump. I just think it's counterproductive. That's why I don't do it.
Are they talking about a ceiling or a cap floor, salary cap?
They're talking about a salary cap.
Yeah.
And players hate salary caps because it means certain players will have a lesser ability to make money. It'll put a ceiling on what they can earn. However, if you're an owner, it gives you more cost certainty. And maybe some fans buy in that, look, these guys make too much money and it's getting out of hand. I will say this again. There's so many revenue streams for major league teams where they can hide money or talk, they can kind of doctor the profit margin. But the one thing that no one can hide, no Major League Baseball team has ever declined in value, right? Has ever gone down in value. So that's your main investment. And if your main investment is always gaining, you're good. Even if you lose a little money here, you're good. Even if you're break even, you're good. So you can't pretend that it's not a good situation when your major asset that everything is built off keeps going up in value. That's how I understand that side too.
Let's see here. Get him in, by the way, 314-590-3770. Chime in on YouTube. Go to Lou Info on YouTube. Let us know what you guys are thinking. What about the deadline and all this crazy stuff that's going on? Good morning, gents. My 2 young sons are bitching that they have to work with me today and are listening this morning. They need a Cam Jansen pep talk. Tell them to quit crying, get their lazy butts moving. They're lucky it's not 100 degrees with swamp ass. Yes, I'm exploiting cheap child labor. Thanks, Pizza Wallet. What's up, buddy? Oh, he's got him doing all kinds of stuff. He's in construction.
Right.
So those kids
and
are
you're
working.
out there like mowing your own lawn and doing your own stuff. So you're the guy to tell them, right?
What?
No,
I'm not allowed to mow my own lawn in that neighborhood.
Wow, you've really shifted.
I am not allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
Have you noticed how it's gone from I would look like a Hoosier if I did it to I'm not allowed to?
That's my wife. Kate, we're not allowed to. Mitchell has to do it.
It has shifted. It might have
shifted a little bit. Okay. It might have shifted a little bit. I have mulch in my driveway, and I'm going to help out today.
What?
I do have a podcast.
But wait, I have mulch in my driveway, and I'm going to help out a little. That's not a declarative statement.
No, it's not. I can't really give them a pump-up speech.
I have mulch in my driveway.
What did Eli ask me?
Help out.
What did Eli ask me today? He goes, would you ever have a normal person job? I go, now that I think about it, no. Never.
You probably used to, right?
No.
Just hockey? That's it. All right. Well, you worked hard at hockey. No, you did. You grinded at hockey. Anyone who could reach the level you did
for 10
gets
years.
my respect.
10 years.
But let's not pretend now
that I'm
that you're out there in
no.
overalls and work boots.
I don't know. He asked me. Ask Rockio. He had a 40-hour shift yesterday. Good God. Give him a pep talk, Rock. What are you going to say to
And
these
then
kids?
plus he had to talk a lot about soccer.
That's a lot of talking.
Yeah, we got to talk about basketball. Jim, it was a nice palate cleanser. Right there in the middle of it all.
I like some basketball.
You should. It's going to be incredible.
Like their
It's going to be so much fun this year. I'm so excited. I don't know. You got to dig in.
You got to dig in.
That's the bottom line.
You got to dig in and listen to your daddy.
Life's a lot about having to dig in, especially when you're a kid. Here's the thing: you have to eat a lot of moments that you don't want to do when you're a kid because you don't get to control your schedule. But this is the best times. Like, and I know that's cliche.
No, but it is.
But
You're
believe
right.
you me,
Mhm.
everyone's going to tell you it. Just you're gonna look back
and learn.
These are the salad days for you right now.
Your dad's successful. He knows how to do a lot of different things around.
So sit back, enjoy,
and pick
parlay
his brain.
this day into a nice lunch. Get you some apps and some loaded fries, and that's how you play this card.
And also look around. You have 100 acres, and you have a cliff and a river in your backyard with a big house. You're doing okay. You're doing okay.
Yeah, they can get you.
Stop bitching.
They can get you Chili's today.
Rock, let me
Stop
give you
bitching.
Rock. Let me give you a piece of advice.
Ooh,
and I know Dave Green is in the other room, and he owns the place.
Would you tell him to get the F out? What if Greener came in here and just kind of,
That's a good question.
is kind of annoying a little bit? Although he is your boss.
Would you tell Hadley?
I think he has. I think Rock did tell Hadley to go F himself maybe once or twice, 3 times.
If they were crossing a line, yeah.
What line?
Well,
walking into your studio,
walking into the show while we're live on the air.
Manfred crossed a labor relations line, and considering if I was a union employee and that was the line he was crossing, I'd have some harsh words for him because I would be within my collectively bargained rights as a labor leader to do that. Right now, if Dave Green walks in, I have no reason to tell him that. It would be very
making you work 90 hours.
There you go.
Wait, hold
you
on.
didn't make me work those.
No, that's all
I
different.
choose to do
All
it.
I'm saying
Rock's
is
got 50 things going on.
when Dave Green tells you, hey, Rock, I know it's a lot, but it's great exposure for you. Just know he's
Oh, I got that a lot of times.
It's great
Oh
exposure.
my God! Yeah, I've been
no,
in
no,
this business
Jimmy.
for 10 years and don't know that.
Great
joke.
Jimmy, when you were gone, and then Timmy was gone,
Right, joke
and
at some point.
John would call him, "Hey, buddy, hey, listen, I need you to go in. Listen, it's great exposure." Like, oh, okay, like I'll do it, but no, it's not.
I would tell Hadley to get the. I saw my dad, by the way, the most talented guy I ever knew, was doing radio. I think it was, I can't remember if it was New York or Philly. And I'm with him. Oh, Dad's here when he's in the studio. And my dad's on the air, and here comes the program director in. And I guess he didn't like something my dad said. And my dad in front of me said what Bryce Harper said. Get the blank out. And he said, you talk to me after the show or before the show, not during it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, it's true, though.
So my dad was Bryce Harper before Bryce
baby.
Harper was.
That's where Bryce Harper got it from. Your daddy. Oh, man, let's see here. The players have already agreed to a soft cap with the luxury tax. I think it's time for them to really consider the salary cap so they can get to the salary floor. Danny boy, what's up, baby? Also, they need to get these guys to free agency earlier so they can get paid earlier. 6-7 years before getting into the market is a problem for the players. What do you think of that?
Well, there's an element of teams kind of bringing players along, right, in the minor league system, spending a lot of money on development. Then you want to be able to get some of the fruits of your labor from that. Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's fair? I do. I just don't know where the lines are. There's always common ground. As you know, I'm the common ground candidate. I just don't know where the lines are right now. I'm just hoping, because look, baseball, I think, can be in a bad spot if they don't play baseball. When leagues shut down, when there's strikes, fans are not happy about it.
Yeah, I went through 2 of them. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. It actually set me back because I wasn't allowed to play anywhere in the 2012 one. So I sat out a whole year while I'm training with Jamie Rivers and a couple guys that are playing. You're not getting the right. Not no offense to him. Like, you're doing as much as you can, but
Do you keep
you're not
yourself in
playing.
shape like Big Walt did?
Oh my God! Remember, you were there then, weren't you? Oh my God!
I've seen it.
That was after a
here?
full year. Holy did the same thing. Holy tried to go back and play for Phoenix. Gretzky signed him. And he played 3 games, and he was like 250 pounds. Walt was 50 pounds overweight. Told him to go home. Man.
No, I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
We went.
That blew up pretty big.
When it was settled, we went to his house to do an interview, and I was like,
Oh man, he doesn't hold it well either. Love him, but he doesn't hold it well. That's for sure.
He's the best.
He is the best. He's living a good life right now, man. He's lived a good life for a while, but holy macatoli. I mean,
Sorry, what was that?
Macatoli?
I've heard it.
Muscatoli?
I've heard it.
You've heard
I've heard the
Macatoli?
I
phrase
say
holy
things.
macatoli.
I've heard holy Macatoli. Is a new one.
Cockatoli?
Yeah, I heard holy cockatoli.
I mix it up.
Okay.
I mix it up a little bit.
Macatoli.
You know,
I like that.
Macatoli.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I do have Lance Lynn's thoughts
Let's hear it.
on Rob Manfred from the Serving It Up podcast. So you can check out right now on the Jim Hayes YouTube channel. Oh, putting it in program would help.
So I guess talk a little bit more freely than Matt does because of his voice. So I'm going to go ahead. So I was asked this the other day, just in a question, a similar, but just the old ball talk question. I am not shocked by this. When I came in, Bud Selig, when he came in, it was, hello, Mr. Commissioner, how are you doing? Everyone respected him. Everyone liked him. Around the league, there's so much, I don't want to say hatred because it's a strong word, but it's the easiest word to say, and it's probably the closest thing to it. To Rob Manfred, for the players that I've ever seen for anybody collectively, he single-handedly has brought the players together more than I've ever seen in my whole entire baseball career. Literally everyone is together because of him and their hatred towards him, and everything that he has done over the course of his time as being the commissioner of baseball, and he has single-handedly brought the whole union together. So I'm not surprised by this at all, and I'm going to leave it at that.
You go, Lance.
So the salary.
Serving it up, baby.
But baseball's
By the
still
way,
in
I'm
a
going to
good
tweet
spot.
this out today. Do you think this is any good, Rock? I made this.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I'm going to use this.
Are you going to play the clip of him razzing Holiday that he can't talk like that? Would be such a good clip combined with that picture.
Oh, this is him holding Rob Manfred.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's Lance Lynn hugging.
It's a
him.
fantastic.
So they all really hate him, man. Big time.
According to Lance, who
But
doesn't
baseball's
hold
in
back.
a good spot, man. I don't know. They're getting paid a ton of money. You know?
And you know what? They, as much as on like in the NHL, you could get injured and life-changing injury. NFL certainly, especially with CTE.
Oh yeah.
Right. Baseball, you play a lot of games. You play a lot.
It's a substantial hole.
Every day, man.
You know what I brought up because to switch topics, because that's what we do. That kid that man that walked into the building in New York and killed people. Apparently, he was trying to get to the NFL offices because even though he hadn't played for the NFL and had CT, apparently he was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what party he's in, what state he's from, he crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he walks into a building. He's carrying a rifle.
Yeah.
Have a cop outside.
Where was everybody?
No, they had security inside. And response was okay, but I always say that's why police are important, because they're a visual deterrent. I'm not second guessing, but you have an armed cop outside. Maybe this guy walks back to his car, realizing I'm going to have a confrontation here. I will never get in there to complete my objective. Anyway, my point is, as I'm reading about this guy, and he apparently had CTE, it was years ago. This is my conspiracy theory, Rock. Maybe someone can Google this. I didn't, and I found a whole bunch of different things. But man, 5-10 years ago, someone was trying to bring to market a medical device that gave you a real-time CTE scan. Now, to get apparently an accurate view, you got to wait till they are dead.
Yeah.
Then I thought, if you're the NFL, you don't want this thing to come out because, first of all, players know they have some development, they're stopping. If fans know, half the team that they love has CTE. They're going to disengage from your league. So it's better not to have that invention. Then I never heard anything about it again.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that seems like a conspiracy. I don't know what the, I don't really know what the answer there is, but that's scary.
I know. That is interesting. And, I'd like to know. You know what I mean? For sure. I don't know what's holding that back, but it could be the power of the NFL.
Maybe it didn't work.
Maybe it didn't work.
Maybe it wasn't where they thought it was in the development. I don't know. But you thought, what a great medical breakthrough for technology. And then you don't hear anything. It
just went away.
But I don't know. I don't really know the real story.
Okay, we're going to go to break. Don't go anywhere. Get them in, by the way, 314-590-3770. You can chime in on YouTube, by the way. Lou Info on YouTube. Like and subscribe. We will be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content, created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships@louinfo.com for more information.
It's one of baseball's fiercest rivalries, the Cubs versus the Cardinals, and the action returns to Busch Stadium the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. Feel the heat, the history, and the excitement. Legendary teams battle it out under the summer lights. 3 big games, 2 historic teams, 1 electric atmosphere you won't want to miss. Great seats remain. Secure yours today at Cardinals.com.
This is Wilson Contreras, San Luis Cardinals for the Lou.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game, it's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody, it's our favorite song.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A boy who was last seen Sunday riding a skateboard was found Thursday about a half mile from his home, stuck in a ravine with a head injury. The teen was tracked by a canine and airlifted to a St. Louis hospital where he is recovering. St. Louis police are investigating after a 20-year-old woman was shot and critically hurt in the city's West End neighborhood. It happened Wednesday evening near the intersection of Enright and Clara Avenues. She told officers she was shot in the abdomen by an unknown man. Anyone with tips should contact police. A St. Louis man has been charged for stealing more than $13,000 worth of products from a Home Depot over several months. Jeremy Denzel Booker is charged after allegedly swapping price stickers between December and July at the Brentwood Home Depot. The North County Police Cooperative serves 9 municipalities in North St. Louis County and launched its foundation this week. The effort offers better training opportunities for officers along with family initiatives. The governor supports the effort. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Temperatures will be a lot more comfortable over the upcoming weekend following that cold front that dropped in yesterday. Low 80s for the afternoon high today, and we get sunshine. 60 and clear for the overnight hours. We'll stay right around 80 with sunshine on Saturday. Low 80s on Sunday and mostly sunny. No rain until Monday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, where luxury meets cutting-edge performance. And now, at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 2.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, and style, all in one extraordinary SUV. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or online at audikirkwood.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yeah, 8:51 on a Friday, a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Just puts you in a good mood, man. My windows weren't fogged up for the first time in weeks this morning. Just put you in a dang good mood. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, barbecue weekend. People are going to be golfing, going to be outside, feeling great. Not sweating profusely, not doing that. Get them in, by the way, 314-590-3770. You could also chime in on our YouTube chat at Lou Info on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Chat all you want. I'll read as much as I can. Some of them, you guys are talking back and forth to each other, so I'm probably not going to read those. But let me tell you about Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, ready to electrify your drive. Audi Kirkwood invites you to experience the all-new 2025 Audi Q6 e-tron. The future of luxury EVs is here. For a limited time, take advantage of the 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on the Q6 e-tron. That's high performance with smart financing. Plus, explore great selection of your Audi favorites, including the all-new 2025 Audi Q5, redesigned and ready to impress. And don't miss out. Up to $7,500 federal tax credit available on select EVs and plug-in hybrids. But hurry, this credit expires September 30th. Now's the time to plug in and save. Go see my buddy Neil and the entire crew at the Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road, or shop their entire inventory online at audikirkwood.com. Audi Kirkwood. Expect the exceptional. Not bad. That wasn't a bad one. Getting better at it. Getting better. Let's see. Let's see. Get them in. The NFL and Blue season can't come soon enough. We are in the dog days, homies. I'm excited to see kind of I bet you they're going to go on a little run here. Surprise some people. Good Lord. So glad we only have a few more months of hearing from this dope.
Who's the dope?
Mo, probably.
Oh,
Mo. Yeah, he's going to be gone.
What if they have a news conference when they return home from the West Coast announcing that Mo is going to stay on as head of business development?
Yeah. I don't know.
Mo is a smart guy. A lot of the moves haven't worked out, but that comes with the job.
Yeah.
Being criticized or dragged. It happens.
Yeah, he's not perfect.
Can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen, boys.
Army.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, if you even think about it, like the Krug signing and all that, they got lucky. I shouldn't say lucky, but Krug being injured like that opened up room for them to make some of those Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg offer sheets. So like he kind of over his mess up, he kind of got lucked out a little bit that he had some of that cap space to be able to do that.
Now, you know who loved when they signed Krug? Me.
Well, hell,
and a lot of people did.
Jimmy, you just got done watching him in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Remember him laying out?
Yeah,
I mean, crushed him.
And I was like, I want that guy.
I know.
So they signed him, and everyone loves it.
Yes.
And it doesn't work, and clearly it turned out to not be a good signing and one rescued by injury, right?
Yep.
And now the guy who made the sign that everyone praised is an idiot.
I know. It's funny how that works.
Did you like the Krug signing when it happened?
I thought it was a little too much money.
6.5.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Too much
I mean, I like that hit, but I mean, he's an undersized defender who was about to hit his 30s. That's always a little risky.
He was playing great.
He was, but that's always a little risky money wise.
A defensive player who could move
and quarterback a power play.
Aggressive, and who could move the puck for you and jump in on offense. I thought, boy, because they needed to replenish their defense, and I thought, I'll take it.
I know. I saw it too. I'm like, oh, interesting. But I think the biggest, I'd say the biggest.
He was pretty good for us the first 2 years too. I was wrong. If anything, I was wrong.
It's pretty damn good. He laid up some guys.
He was a plus 23 his second year here.
Quarterback the power play a bit.
I was just, for me, as they were making those changes, I was just such a strong proponent of that. Colton Parayko was going to be a number one defender, and I didn't think they needed to spend that much money on other big pieces around him. And
to me, the defense,
that was my thought process at the time.
The defense was their strong suit, and when they made their cup run, it was, to me, great goaltending, especially when it counted the most.
Starts there,
but you get great goaltending when you have great defense, and there's a confidence that you bring along the goalie with that. And they lost their defense. They had to replenish with meaningful pieces. So I was fine with them spending.
And you know what? The Petro situation was probably, and he has admitted,
paid him.
He should have just done it. You know what I mean? Should have done it. And
I'll say it again.
And he might not play ever again. And you got a lot out of him. Even Vegas got a lot out of him the last 5 years. They did. Stanley Cup. Then he slowed down because he's got 2 hip surgeries. And now he's going to call it quits. Now you don't have to pay him for another, or you have to. Your insurance takes care of it.
5 seasons with Vegas?
I think so.
4 or 5 good seasons.
Damn good.
That's all you can ask for.
It's a winner, another winner. They're in the mix every damn year.
One of the reasons they let him walk is because they thought Parayko was a number one, and they were right.
No, he is a number one.
That's I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like
but he could have been number 2.
Could have been number 2.
Was their defense as good?
No, it wasn't.
No, that's my point.
But that's
you
my
can't
thing.
just say, well, we
that's
got
my thing.
one guy.
Criticizing that move by Armstrong, it's like their entire thought process was, we can let this go because we need to open up money elsewhere, and we have a number one defenseman behind him. And for the most part, they were right in that line of thinking. They were correct.
Who else did they lose?
Joel Edmondson.
Defensively.
After that year.
Nico Mikkola became a solid player for some people. Vince Dunn.
2 teams turned away from him.
That's true. Vince Dunn was a
Dunn,
solid player.
Exactly. Dunner.
He was pretty good.
Damn,
but not a defensive defenseman. He was more of a move the puck.
He's pretty damn good in Seattle. Really is. He's our number one. Okay, let's go to break. Quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. You know you need affordable health insurance. For you, a spouse, a family member, whatever. I'm going to give you a free hotline to call to find affordable health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency. Plus, cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable and for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the health insurance hotline for a free quote.
800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. That's 800-373-8414. All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak, and there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Mass shooting in Midtown Manhattan.
It was the sea of blue at a mosque in the Bronx Thursday in honor of 36-year-old Diderol Islam, gunned down by a shooter with an assault rifle at a Park Avenue office tower. He was posthumously promoted to detective first grade. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch saying,
"I stand with you. I am so heartbroken."
Mayor Eric Adams also spoke at the funeral, as did Governor Kathy Hochul.
Your extended family, we are there for you.
The fallen police officer was off duty at the time, working a security job at the building. He leaves 2 children and a wife who's expecting their 3rd child next month. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
More information is revealed about the Arkansas man charged in the killing of a couple at Devil's Den State Park last weekend in northwest Arkansas. The DNA of Andrew James McGann was found at the crime scene. Authorities say Clinton and Kristen Brink were attacked while hiking with their 2 daughters in the Washington County Park Saturday. McGann scheduled to appear in court today. The Trump administration finalized reciprocal tariffs on dozens of nations. Thursday, President Trump signed an executive order increasing tariffs on products from around 70 countries, while touting deals made just before his deadline.
We have made a few deals today that are excellent deals for the country. You know, we're taking in literally trillions of dollars for the country.
Originally set to go into effect today, the new rates kick in next week. Trade deals so far have been agreed to with the European Union, the UK, Japan, and South Korea, among several others. Trump announced tariffs on Canada are increased from 25 to 35% starting today. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say: "We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get: a full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious breakfast morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even know you're traveling just to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, 9:05 on a Friday. Let's go. Get up and get them in. 314-590-3770. You can chime in on YouTube. Just go to Lou Info on YouTube and like and subscribe and chat away all you want. Ask questions. Brock, who won this trade deadline, you think, so far? As far as the competing teams that want to go all in and take their team to the top.
I mean, Philly's made two big moves. I mean, they made one big move and then they got Bader as well. The Mets, it's hard to look at them getting 3 more relief pitchers to tie on to Edwin Diaz and say, shortening the game down to 6 innings seems like a pretty smart move for them.
I think
it's got to be the Mets because, I mean, you literally just said if you're confident that you can shorten the game with 6 innings and win consistently, you literally just did that. You have Soto, you have Rogers, you have Helsley, and now you have Edwin Diaz still. I'd say it's the Mets one to lose.
And think about it too. If you have they got 5 really good guys in their bullpen now. Like you can use 3 of them one night, which would deplete someone else's bullpen, and you're still good for the next day. So, or if someone tweaks something in their shoulder or elbow, that's scary to me. Shortening a game like that and having those kind of arms at your disposal, like you better be up good, against the Mets because you're not going to scratch out a lot late.
How's that payroll looking? The Mets,
pretty high. Also, you got to throw it out too. The Cubs went and got some pitchers as well, though. We know what Andrew Kittredge is for the most part.
He's a big piece for them in their bullpen, and he's been okay this year.
Yeah,
but there's a lot more in there. Hadn't pitched a ton of innings, and we've seen what he can do when he's on.
And then, of course, the Dodgers actually. How many damn moves did the Dodgers make? They got 3 pitchers. A catcher and an outfielder. I've never heard of most of these guys though, so I have no idea.
I'm not supposed to admit that.
No,
exactly. I have no problem with that. I have no problem admitting who these. Yeah, I have no. And then
how are they going to get a thumbnail if you don't know who they
are? The Padres big moves too for Sears and Miller. How much does that boost them? Is that is that enough for them to chase the Dodgers? That all comes down to whether or not the Dodgers are healthy in October. Because if Muncy's back and they get a couple of these pitchers going, then all bets are off if you're in the National League.
Yamamoto just got his house broken into.
Oh, really?
What's going on with that? Scary, man.
Well, you have organized crime. And when I say organized, I don't know if it's Vito or Vinny, but I mean you have these guys who are targeting professional athletes, entertainers, and so they do their surveillance and they know how to get through alarms and
just scouting out
to them. It's, as Mo would say, low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit, baby.
Make sure no one's in there. Sometimes that backfires.
Scary. 2% of MLB players hate the salary cap. The others are too afraid to speak against those superstars. 2% of MLB players hate the salary cap. Does that make sense?
Well, the younger guys want less restrictions because more money will flow to younger players.
Of course.
And the veteran guys are the guys that know we can get the big contracts. We also want to get an extra year on there if we can get it. But everyone has their own interests.
But there are a group of the guys who are the 29-year-olds who are just about to hit their first year of arbitration who are saying, seems a little odd that I can't control my career at all until I'm 31 years old. That seems a little screwy, and I feel like there's other ways we can shift this. I'm not saying you need a cap. I'm not saying you need a floor. I'm saying 7 years of control seems a little bit restrictive, and maybe we can look at some other things. And maybe if there is a cap or a floor, if I am controlled for 7 years, maybe I can get a little bit more money in them 7 years. Like there's a pretty solid group of guys who are arguing that as well, and I think that's a very fair argument.
Yeah, and there's probably a way to disperse money over the spectrum there.
I'd say so,
and make everybody happy. But the truth is, teams do spend a ton of money in development. Like, I'll put it in an entertainment term, right?
They just save a bunch of money by contracting the minor leagues too.
it's the cost. I mean, and every team is adding more staff and more analytics to train and help these guys get better.
Most teams.
So, well, the Cards have.
Cards are.
It took them a while to get
Took
there.
a while. There's still some teams out there with like 4 guys in their analytical department.
Which teams?
Most teams have beefed it up. Like the Cardinals just spent a ton of money on it. My point is, like, if you get a TV deal in Sacramento, right? And then you go to some other market nearby, you can't work. It happened to my wife.
Yeah,
It's awful.
She was in Kansas City. Then when I got moved here, she came with me. And then we, were married. But she couldn't be on the air. They had to negotiate it down to 6 months. Really? Like Kansas City to St. Louis?
It's a joke.
But that's in a contract. And now I think it's antiquated and I think it's ridiculous.
Honestly, the WNBA should be in St. Louis.
What their thinking is, and this maybe used to be, doesn't go on anymore. Hey, we spent money promoting you with billboards and getting you a coach, an anchor coach.
We made you.
Now, of course, they did none of that. Zero, because no one has makeup anymore, like a professional makeup, or has coaching. Back in the day, they did, so it's antiquated. But the thought process is the same. Teams spend a lot of money getting you to where you can make money. Now you want to go and leave us in the lurch.
And the other side that needs to be said, though, is like you made me look better on the air, and you developed me as a player because it also helped you make money as well.
Yeah,
but
it was an investment.
Yeah, it was
an investment.
But there's
and now when it's time to reap the rewards of your investment, I'm gone. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm giving you the other side of the logic.
Good God, someone put a salary cap on my wife, Pizza Wallet. Remember when Manfred said the World Series trophy was just a piece of metal, Spartan 4-4?
I do.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I remember the only times I've ever spoken to him. This was back when the collision rule at home plate was just instituted.
Oh, that pissed people off.
And no one really knew what it meant. It was too malleable.
Things were going soft, Jim.
Well, see, but aside from that, the rules were too ambiguous. And I remember Mike Matheny saying, is it this or this? They needed more clarity. So I asked Manfred about it, and I said, do you think that the league needs to have more clarity on the collision rule at home plate because this and this? I laid out a nice form question with some background, and he said, well, there are less collisions. Next question. That's what he said. He didn't even try to answer it. Well, there are less collisions.
What's he making a year?
$15 million. It ain't Goodell money.
Goodell's what, 30?
Goodell is a gangster.
Ah, he is.
He's a gangster.
He's hated too, isn't he?
Not as much.
No.
He has done things that made him, but I think he's come down.
$40 million.
Manfred is hated. I also think Manfred doesn't play well on television. You know what I mean? Like his style isn't going to win folks to his side.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh man, 32-year anniversary of the Great Flood of '93. You know what? I watched an old school like Channel 5 clip of. I don't know, you guys, you weren't here. Never mind. Kay Quinn, Randy Jackson, '93. The flood of '93. Man, oh man, that was hardcore back in the day. Hey, Maddie, Rock. I read an article that Matt Zoller's kid and that Drinkowitz.
Yeah, Eli Hoff does great work over at the Post-Dispatch. Tell you what, that was a fantastic article.
Yeah, it was a great article. He said, he's still in the mix. And I don't know if that's good or not, meaning you don't have a number one quarterback yet. You got 3 guys competing for one spot. Is that good or bad?
Well, Cam, if you want to lean on the old cliche of you don't have one quarterback, you don't have any, or if you have 3 quarterbacks, you don't have one. If you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. That whole. You want to lean on one of those stupid cliches that I already butchered. You can do that, or you can just look at this as it's pretty early in the summer still. Let all 3 guys go out there and spin it. Prbula has more snaps than these guys.
What is spinning it?
Spinning it? Just throwing it. Get out there and throw it.
And then I never heard that.
Spin that spiral.
And Pabula has more snaps, but he was a runner, gadget quarterback at times. He did fill in and have a big game for them as a full-time quarterback. But he's more of a gadget player. Horn, obviously, we know the guy's got a live arm both as a pitcher and as a quarterback. And then Zollers is just. I mean, everything that comes out is an absolute dart. I mean, everything's tight spiral.
60-yard throw, he said?
Right on the numbers. You can't not look at the highlights and be impressed. But at the same time, we've all in our life seen practice players, guys who absolutely just show out inside of those conditions against air, against a defense that knows what's coming and isn't trying those kind of things. So you always have to take it with a grain of salt when you're just watching practice highlights. But I mean, Zoller's
the real pass rush will tell you the difference, right? I mean, that's what you're talking about.
Well,
the decision making when you have that much time.
When you got that monster coming after you.
Yep.
How's their left tackle looking?
Do you get the happy feet? Do you leave the pocket too early?
You panic.
Do you
shots at Blaine
you
Gabbert?
have that innate ability to find the little extra room by shifting to the right?
No, you're definitely taking shots at Blaine Gabbert.
Why he had happy feet?
Oh, he's terrible. Oh my God, it was horrible.
Really?
I mean, the guy's arm was. I mean,
wasn't he pretty successful down there?
Was unbelievable. If you want to call 16 touchdowns and 11 interceptions your senior year prolific, sure you can.
Was he an NFL quarterback?
He was.
Has he made millions?
Millions.
He wins.
Is he handsome?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm not saying he didn't win at life. I'm just saying the man had the worst happy feet I've ever seen from a college quarterback.
11
Colorado rushed.
Damn.
Colorado rushed 3 and he bailed out of the pocket.
That Kirk Farmer had the strongest arm I'd ever seen.
Kirk Farmer. School is Kirk Farmer played for?
Mizzou.
Was it Mizzou?
I think that was.
You didn't know that?
I don't know all the old school names sometimes. I know the big ones, but Kirk Farmer. I mean, I heard the name. I was
hope
like,
I got the name right.
Are you
feel
more
like I know
excited
this
about
name.
SLU basketball or Mizzou football?
Oh,
go.
don't do this to me.
Go.
I'm still a fan of Mizzou football, so it's different because I'm not really a fan of SLU basketball. I'm a fan of Mizzou football still, and Mizzou football and basketball is like the one thing I still kind of am a fan of, because I haven't covered them since I was down at school, and I was probably still more of a fan than covering them when I was down there at school. So yeah, I'm more excited about Mizzou football, but I am very excited about SLU basketball.
You gonna get down there and see some games?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been back down in Columbia.
Should we get a big bus and go cruise around?
That'd be fun. I'd be down.
If a
Dakota bus?
If a former Tiger had 26 career touchdown passes, would you know his name?
In the NFL?
No, at Missouri.
Oh, I guess. I mean, what years was it?
2002 was his last year.
Yeah, I don't know the late 90s. That's an area I kind of memory hold because the team wasn't that good. It's before Pinkel comes in and really makes him good. And I kind of memory hold the late 90s, early 2000s because I wasn't at school yet.
Undrafted free agent signed by the Rams.
I wasn't a huge college football fan when I was a kid, and so yeah, I don't know. I'll admit it right now. Late 90s, early 2000s NFL or college football, I don't know. Brad Smith's the first Mizzou quarterback I remember watching.
How was TJ? Was he really, really good?
Yeah, he was an incredible slot receiver. Unbelievable.
He was an unbelievable athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, just ridiculous.
Why are you still going after T?
The Mo Miracle.
Why? Because he shares a condo with Hadley now. And
the Mo Miracle against I guess what was it, San Diego.
Yeah, no, I heard that
San Diego State was
San Diego
unbelievable.
State. Yep.
Yeah, he was.
So
he was a great slot
absolutely dominated.
He was he was perfect for the system they were running when he was there. There's no doubt about that. I mean,
catch everything, one of those guys.
But he was a freak athlete.
Yeah,
that guy's good at everything.
He was quarterback.
I watched him bowl, and he was just destroying.
I watched him.
He's a good.
I watched him shoot. I watched him shoot hoops,
and he'll tell you that too.
We played. We shot against each other out at Westport Social, where they got those not Papa Shot, but it's like full like life size Papa Shot essentially.
Oh yeah. When we had a show out there.
Shooting form was perfect. Was nailing shots left, right, and center. And I was like, "This is ridiculous. I hate this stuff. I hate these athletes." Like, one thing I really appreciate about my girlfriend who played college golf is that she knowingly is like, "This is the only sport I'm good at." It's like this is the one sport that I've been blessed with.
It's the best sport to be blessed with.
And then you run across athletes who are like, "No, I got like 6 things I'm good at." And it's like I would throw you in a lake if you weren't an incredible athlete and therefore stronger.
And
that's good for her.
And I know sometimes we don't agree. I hope you find the thing that you're really good at and make a career of it.
Me too, man. It's out there somewhere.
What are you sports wise? What are you best at, you think?
Like playing sports?
Playing sports. Like if you had to go one-on-one with, let's say, somebody else in this your studio.
I would say that
we might have to set
I
that
would
up.
say that when I was in college, when I was playing basketball 2 or 3 times a week, that's probably the best I've ever been at a sport as a player. Because my issue as a kid, I was never a great athlete as a kid, but that was also something my parents were like. My parents pushed me ahead in school, and they pretty much said he's always going to be undersized, but he can handle the academic side. Are you okay with that? And because I'm a July birthday, so they had the choice of which year they're going to put me with.
Yeah.
So I was never a great athlete as a kid. Part of it was because I was also a little lazy. I'll admit that too. But I never did a lot of practicing on my own at home and things like that. And that's always gonna.
What varsity sports did you play?
I didn't play any varsity sports. I wasn't a good athlete in high school. I was horribly out of shape in high school too. It got really bad. I was inactive. Yeah, I was inactive.
Yeah,
I was eating a ton. I was pushing 300 almost. It was bad. It was bad.
God. Cole would say that you probably did yourself a favor because there are no life lessons learned.
Remember that stupid ass
We've gotten a couple texts about how that's when people bailed on Cole.
He was dead. No. He was dead serious.
That's insane.
That wasn't like
I learned a lot of great lessons not being good at sports as a child. Didn't we? Learned a lot of great lessons.
I mean,
but
you know what? Let me revisit this. You know what you do? You learn discipline.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, hey, I had a wide open shot on a breakaway and I missed it in lacrosse, right? It wasn't like coach pulled me aside and say, Jim, life is like a pear tree. It was never like that. It was like, if you don't work hard, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't
embarrass
show
yourself
your coach that you hustle, he's not going to play you. Things like that.
And if you're late, you're not playing and you're embarrassed and, not late for anything because I couldn't be. Like, you can't be late for anything. So that in itself, just discipline that's just embedded into you.
I was never like a gifted athlete, and I started 2 varsity games in lacrosse because it was like senior day, or it was like a day where they were like, be nice to I was second midfield, right? That means I got playing time, and all these kids were scholarship, not me. But if I didn't in practice, give everything. I was like a version of Rudy, only, not a movie star. But that was the lesson. If you don't match up well with that guy, you better hustle
and work on your craft and keep up with the pace. A lot of pressure, a lot of ups and downs. How do you crawl out of this hole? There's so many life lessons, but nah. No, Cole's right.
So I'm not surprised by the only time I really feel like I was actually good at a sport was when I was playing it the most, and I was at a point where
you're talking rec league or something.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm just also talking about how I was actually at the game. I was a very good shooter for 3 solid years in college because I was playing every day, and I got to the point where I became a very consistent 3-point shooter from the rec 3 line, whatever the hell it is. I'm not saying I was a dominant player. I would have been made college. I'm just saying is what it was I was playing consistently, and I'd hit a point where my body had hit its actual mature point, and I wasn't walking around with an awkward body a year behind.
You're 6'1", aren't you? Are you 6'1"?
Just under. I don't tell people I'm 6'1" because I'm not.
But
6'1".
if you said I'm 6'1", I'd be like, yeah, you are.
People will agree with it, but I'm not 6'1". I'm
Here's
just
the number one
under
thing
6'1".
Everyone says about
over
basketball.
6 feet.
I say it too. I was a good shooter. Everyone says that.
Charlie says it.
Everyone says they were a good shooter. Now, the world is not flush with people that were good shooters. And I'm not going after you. I would say the same thing. When I played the Hoop It Up, like these tournaments that we did with buddies, we go around and play. My job was to shoot, I think it was 2 points, but beyond the arc, because I was a good shooter. I don't think there's anyone else would say I was a good shooter except for me. But everyone will tell you, back in the day, I was a good shooter. The world is not flush with great shooters.
Not at all. Any sub shop on the hill is
changing the word, but okay.
What's that?
Keep saying good and great. Which one is it? I didn't say I was a great shooter because you're right. Because the world's isn't flush with a lot of great shooters.
You know what I'm saying.
I said I was a good shooter.
I think you understand the point.
No, I think you're just
everyone
you're just talking.
So weren't you obsessed with sports too?
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
Why don't you try harder and play?
I'm not sure.
You were obsessed.
I was lazy.
Like lazy doing what?
I didn't like running. So I was.
That's a part of
I also
sports.
wasn't that I played football growing up, and I was okay.
What position?
But freshman year of high school, I was extremely undersized. I was like 5'8" and in like a 200 pounds. So I was fat and short.
Man.
I got cut from freshman football, and that kind of killed my momentum. But I fell in love with I fell in love with football like just by reading at it my freshman year in high school, and I just became obsessed with the sport. Never really got active again after that. And
when did you get
obsessed with soccer? I played a year of lacrosse, and that was a lot of fun. But then I bailed out my sophomore year. I got obsessed with soccer in college because that was the only game my friends would play was FIFA.
See, that'll do it.
And
man.
the way I am about if I'm gonna like be involved in something, I'm gonna like do
Why'd
research
you bail on
it.
football. If
Jesus Christ, Jim.
If you're short and fat, why don't you play offensive line?
Because it's a pain.
I got cut.
He got cut.
Go back.
Football ain't.
I lost. I didn't.
Football ain't
I didn't
easy.
have a lot of self-esteem about it. Now, Jim, I look about it like I wish I would have gone back out there. In the moment, I was a very sad 14-year-old, and I didn't go back out.
What about lacrosse? Because that's my favorite sport to play.
I had a lot of fun playing it my freshman year,
Defenseman,
and then
right?
I was a goalie.
Yeah,
It was. I loved it. I
Perfect.
absolutely loved it. I had a lot of problems with the kids in my class on my team, and I didn't feel comfortable playing my sophomore year.
What'd they do?
I had a lot of issues in high school. That's all that it
Like
was.
bully stuff?
Yeah, I had some issues. Did
you ever stick up for
I'm
yourself?
sure they had plenty of reasons to bully me. I was an annoying child. I know that for a fact. But I didn't react well, and I was like, I don't want to play a sport every day with kids that I don't enjoy playing the sport with. And also, a lot of lacrosse in high school is just you're showing up to practice to run. Yeah. And I didn't like running in the first place.
So your high school
I was a fat kid, so I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just bailed on playing lacrosse. I took my goalie equipment down to college, and I was in a fraternity with a couple of guys who played high school lacrosse, and we'd go down to Stankowski Field, and I'd have them rip shots on me because I just enjoyed that.
That's all right. That's why you're messed up now. That's why you're an annoying adult, because you had an opportunity. I think that was your.
I hate hearing that. I hate hearing that.
If you ask the kids I played lacrosse with, even objectively, like not being annoyed with me as a kid, they would probably tell you I was not a very good.
Do you
player.
ever see those guys?
I also got but I also got contacts between my sophomore and junior year in high school, so maybe that would have made me a better goalie later on down the line.
Do you ever see those kids that kind of bullied you?
Nah, not really.
No,
never.
A bunch on Facebook, anything.
No, a bunch of them went to Mizzou, but I never really came in contact with any of them again.
So were your days in college a lot better than high school days as far as hanging with people and stuff like that?
Yeah, I had an absolute blast in college. College was the best 4 years ever. I wish I could have made it 5.
College is where you find out that guys you thought were nerds or whatever, pretty cool people too.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly right.
In college, like all that stuff's out the window, I think.
Yeah. You have a different mindset when you get a little bit older like that with other, you're a nerd, but when those nerds go to college and you're like, well, maybe I should hang out with this guy. He's
funny.
He's getting into tech, and
honestly,
he might be a multi-millionaire soon.
For me, I hit like 18, and I was just like, oh, I don't really care what other people think anymore, and that kind of helped.
I think Jimmy Hewer's out there just walking. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, for me, that was my big thing. Was I hit 18? I was like, oh, I just probably shouldn't care what other people think as much.
Yeah,
just be who I am.
So now you
just
have
like
people
Joey,
on the
just like
text line.
Joey Swole.
Jesus,
who is he?
He's a gym influencer that calls out the girls that kind of like get pissy with other guys in there that walk in their lane when they're filming their ass trying to work out. So he calls those girls out. And I thought that's interesting. And he always talks about, don't worry about what people think of you. Don't worry about, be yourself. If you say blah, 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 like that's what he preaches all day. And then he posted when Hulk died of him working out with a Hulk costume on a while back. And people are like, he's a racist, blah, blah, blah. Then he had to come out and apologize to the mob. And then the mob still hates you. And now the other side that listened to you for years hates you as well. So now everybody hates you.
Rock, I'm going to ask you this. Have you ever been influenced by an influencer?
Ooh.
I haven't.
Ooh.
Jimmy, I haven't either.
I like, you know what I've
like even Goggins, any of that.
Not an influencer. Not an influencer, no.
Influencer.
But I've been I know that advertising has gotten me before. Like that, I know for sure.
Oh, God, yeah.
Advertising's gotten me. I don't know if directly an influencer doing it, though.
The new Crunchwrap at Taco Bell, that comes on. I'm probably going to go to Taco Bell or whatever the case is.
That's fine.
But not a person.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
not a person.
That is on TikTok
That's a great
or
question.
Twitter. Because like
it's a great question.
I'll say this again. I used to watch Tucker Carlson when he had a TV show. In a sense, maybe he's an influencer.
There it is.
Once he's on Twitter, I'm not clicking on it anymore.
Okay, does this count? A few years ago, there was a writer I liked a lot, and he was on a podcast, and he was talking, and they randomly got onto a tangent like we do on this show, and he literally would just randomly, he wasn't doing a product endorsement, he just started talking about a hair product that he had been using since he was like 12 years old because his entire family used it because they all have really thick hair.
Oh,
and he's
good
like,
for them.
He's like, it doesn't make your hair look greasy. It just holds really well. And he gave the name of the product, and I've been buying that product since he mentioned on the podcast because he said it, and I was like, I have thick hair. I have a lot of issues with hair products. I tried it. It's literally the perfect product for my hair. And so does that count?
So let me
that
ask
getting
you
hit by an influencer?
This podcast is about what?
The podcast was also about NBA.
Okay. So this is just a recommendation from someone whose podcast you enjoy.
Yes.
Doesn't count as
does not count.
That would be the closest thing that would come to it.
More of a guy that's like, you need to get up and do this and do that. And all of a sudden you listen to them, you listen to how they think about life, and you go like, I
let them I let them make me hate myself, but I don't listen to them and buy their products.
I haven't got
I don't know. The other thing is, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a life coach. What?
Were you here? Wait.
A life coach. That's what influence. They're in the same basket for me. You're a life coach. You live in no offense, you live in an efficiency apartment.
I'm doing better than you.
And you're driving a 10-year-old Dodge Dart.
Remember, you weren't here when Charlie brought on this life coach. I forgot his guy. Charles, good guy. And Charlie's like, I'm bringing him in. He's a life coach, And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And he brings him in, and Charlie sits back here, and the life coach literally talks to me for 2 hours about my drug problem, my everything. I mean, just focus on me just like this for literally 2 hours. And I go, what about Charlie? Charlie's like, nope. And I kind of just got stuck talking to this guy for literally 2 hours about my whole life story. Meaning my Kate's like, Jesus, Cam, calm down. He kind of got me a little bit.
I just think like there's people in my life that I listen to, like I consider what they say to be
Alex Jones,
full of wisdom. No, people I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I don't have to go find a life coach.
I guess my mom and dad I listen to.
Right.
Lou Lamoriello maybe would be mine.
That's fine.
Damn right, I guess. But the guy on the internet at a gym that's jacked, I don't know. You're not getting me.
Usually the life coach is wearing a beach shirt and like puka shells, got the nice spiked hair.
Like even David Goggins, like he's a big time life coach. People really do listen to him.
I ain't running that much.
Who's the guy with giant teeth?
Sorry, Dave. I ain't running that much.
Running that much, and your wife's literally in a car and has to like drive 5 miles an hour for 100 miles.
No way.
Who's the guy with
Forest Park this on Saturday? I mean, nice and leisurely.
I can't. They don't do anything for me, man. I don't know what it is.
Who's the guy with the big teeth? Jack guy. Started as like a financial guy, and now he's like a lot of celebrities endorse him.
Big teeth, financial
Maybe
guy.
the text line will help. Everyone.
I'm not sure about this one. I don't know.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Now, I guess he would be a life coach or an influencer, and he has books that sell.
Those things are headlights behind his lips. I mean, those things.
Dude.
Shine.
He's a big guy.
And I've seen him on talk shows, and he makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
I'm just not going to go on YouTube and click on him to make my life better.
There were some guys that went through the same thing I went through, and even like Phil Anselmo from Pantera would do all these speeches. Now listen to him and be just intrigued as all hell with the ups and downs he's went through. But when your life's perfect and you're telling me about your life and how perfect it is and how healthy you are, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear your problems. Because then you're normal to me.
Right. And then I can learn from your problems, how you handled your problems.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear your problems. I want to hear what, Oh, man. Yep, get them in. 314-590-3770. Let's see here. Those drink comments about Zollers. Is it Zollers?
Zollers, yeah.
Zollers translate to, hey, young man, we need you to stick around and not transfer. So we'll say you're still in the mix, 314. Is there truth to that, you think, Rocky?
I mean, I'm sure there's, you can, if you want to take the super cynical bent that every comment that Drinkwitz says is an untruth because he's already decided on who he wants the starter to be, or it's only a two-man race. That's fine. There's always room for that. None of the public comments are ever truthful.
You know, Rock said he was undersized as a freshman at 5'8", at 14. That's the average height is 5'4". Somebody chimed in, Johnny C.
Maybe I was,
so you're a big boy.
Maybe I wasn't 5'8" in freshman year. I don't remember. All I know is I got cut. I wasn't very good.
What do you think of Harrison Bader?
I always thought he was a fun guy and a solid baseball player. But I mean, he's got a career OPS of like 87.
He never reached what I think people were hoping offensively. I think he's still a really good defensive player, but he bounces around a lot, doesn't he?
Does.
I mean,
yeah, he does. Where's he been? Here, Yankees,
New York,
Twins,
and now
Philly now,
Cincinnati for 14 games.
Oh wow,
in 2023.
That's right.
He's a career 94 OPS player. His last 2 years in St. Louis, he was a 114 OPS player. Still his best seasons.
Pretty damn good.
Also,
2020. What's his career high in stolen bases? I know he doesn't play every day because
he stole across 2023 across the Yankees and the Reds. He stole 20 while only getting caught 3 times.
Pretty good. I always thought that guy might steal 40 bases.
Stole 15.
He's a hell of an athlete.
Stole 15 his rookie year here,
and we destroyed him.
I know. He got sick of us quick. Remember the first 2 times we interviewed him? He was great. Talking about New York. And one question from Nate.
Oh, no.
No, it wasn't even nothing political, nothing. He goes, hey, do you know that? Because there is this band in the subway in New York that kind of just, they look like a bunch of homeless guys, but they play this trumpet and stuff like that. I see it. I knew what he was talking about.
The guy with the sick baritone sax solo?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I love that.
Yeah. And he moves around, shakes around. Yeah,
I love those videos.
So I knew what he was talking about, but he asked Harrison Bader that question, and then that's when it went silent. And maybe we screwed him over one time, too, where maybe forgot to call him. I don't know, something like that. But he dropped off and didn't start answering questions, and we're like, whoa. It got really, really awkward.
I thought the music question was fine because, like, his cousin is, like, in Vampire Weekend, like some band or something.
That's right. So there was a connection there.
There was
Maybe I asked
his cousin's in Vampire Weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
There's a
awesome.
relative.
No, you're
you
right.
got to watch pregame shows because all that stuff. That's how you get to know players.
I know. I really should. I'm bad about that.
Well, you're not busy. You're not busy.
No, he's right though, because like that's where the nitty-gritty is.
We used to tweet out those interviews, and now we don't. So it's on us. It's not your fault, Rock.
It's all good, Rock.
You and I are bonding.
I gotta stop watching the broadcast on mute, though. In fairness.
Yeah, probably. Might learn some. Instead of having to go back and read someone else's.
Not wrong.
The Harrison Bader.
What's wrong with? What is your issue there?
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Don't get sensitive.
What'd he say?
No, because sometimes you talk to me like I wasn't there. You know, when a guy said,
I don't know.
No, Brendan Schaefer said that he said this. Yeah, that was to my question.
How am I supposed to know that?
Charlie did that to you too.
Yeah.
How are
Charlie
we supposed to know that? You're being overly sensitive, Jim.
I'm not yelling or crying.
How are we supposed to know that you were standing right there?
Or that I asked the question.
Or that, especially how am I supposed to know that you asked the question?
You and Charlie went at it.
I'm reading the quote. I'm reading the quote. What do you want from me, my guy?
I was there.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, well, no, he said this. You're like, no,
how am I supposed to know that that you asked the question?
There is a whole.
The writer doesn't say.
God, that was funny.
Asked by answering question from Jim Hayes.
No, but they will say in a question asked by Derek Gould. They will sometimes say that. They will.
He told the Post-Dispatch.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
I can't work with context I don't have.
No, just ask me. You don't have to point out where the quote came from. I probably heard it. Now, I'm not working, so you can ask me about a quote after tonight's game.
I'm just supposed to before I say every Cardinals quote, just make sure.
No, just ask me.
I attribute it to Jim. Make sure I ask Jim so we can get his attribution.
You can just ask me. I'm saying you don't have to point out who posted the quote. There's a difference.
Well, they're doing their work too. For all I know, they were the one who got the question in the quote, so I want to give
them. Why does it matter?
Well, I'm supposed to give them credit too, aren't I? Isn't that our whole thing?
Just go with the quote.
Whoa! Hold on a second.
Chances are I asked the question. Chances are I asked that question.
Oh, I feel
so. Just go with the quote.
I feel like the chances are.
Just
Derek asked the question.
Just go with the quote.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, let's see here. I saw Harrison Baird at the bar one time. He was an ass. Rooster from Birmingham. Well, were you mean to him?
No, we caused him to behave like that.
He didn't like me. I asked him the same question twice in 2 weeks.
And then we killed you for that.
Yes, I did. He goes, yeah, you guys asked me that last week. I'm like, God.
And then I
screwed up a lot of interviews.
Was it a good question?
No.
Oh. And then we had kids and we killed his batting average.
Yeah, he was awesome, though. He was great. He played ball. He knew what he had to do.
You guys cursed Andrew Kisner's batting average?
No,
he was hitting.
No, man, people loved him.
When Brendan Schaefer and Derek Gould booked him for our show to be a regular guest, he was hitting, right?
Yeah.
And he was a good backup catcher with a great personality. And then the more he did the show, the more his average declined.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, it did. But he didn't complain. He answered every
start. He went 0 for 4 and
got married when we were talking. A lot of things went down in his life throughout that process. He is a nice. What's he doing, by the way?
He was with Texas, I think. And he was up and down
with the Giants this year, but I think
Giants up and down though.
Really? Cam, why don't you take Kate to Washington, Missouri Landing or Pinkett Bend Distillery for an outdoor lunch? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, Washington, Missouri is actually pretty nice. They got a nice little setup on the river. It's pretty cool. Might have to do that. Let's see here. Cam, you think you could help me get my Joseph Game Used blocker signed by him? I had him sign the glove. Took me 10 years to get the blocker.
Yeah, bring it in.
Bring it in. I'll get it because he's around. I'll send it out. I'll get a hold of him. I'll do everything. I mean, if he's in town, like, I'm sure he'll do.
You have enough.
I can't do it.
You can't.
What am I doing? Why? Well, I can't do that.
You're gonna get,
you get
something.
That a lot too?
Yes.
It's the worst thing. Know what they say to me?
The worst was
when they say, "Can you get a jersey for me and get it signed?" Not just I have the jersey. Can you get the jersey?
Absolutely.
Like I have all. I'll call Caruso.
And like the teams aren't cheap by giving out jerseys too. Like if you're going to get a jersey, you're paying.
Yes, pay for the damn jersey. Then maybe we'll talk.
You're paying. Who was it that
they wanted me to pay for the damn thing?
Who was the Danton? Mike Danton asked me to get a pool host in the stands.
I know.
In the stands. Jim, can you get my pool?
Yeah, if you have a sit down, if you have a sit down with me, an hour and a half sit down, and we talk about everything that went down, yeah, I'll do that for you.
He won't do it with you guys?
Not yet.
Andy was his guy.
I know. He tells a story every damn podcast. I have to cut his ass off. Nick, we know. You covered Danton. We know. Get him on. Let's get him on.
And Martin on live TV accused him of being in the pocket of the agent. I remember that.
Ooh. That was a weird situation.
That was bad.
Really weird. And he was actually a pretty gosh dang. I told you my first year in Jersey, he was there.
Frost.
No. Mike Danton his name was Jefferson at the time. Because he was in New Jersey. Lou Lamoriello grabbed him and me, brought us both upstairs, sat us down, and said, I don't want you two fighting. And I'm looking at this guy like, I'll bag this dude up. He wasn't 6'6", and I'm like, okay. And so after that.
Not a good teammate, Cam.
Oh my God, we're not even team. I'm trying to make the team. I'm going to bag him. I would have. But then that's when he came out and Lou said something, and he came out in the press and says, I'm not going to drink Lou's Kool-Aid. And then Lou got pissed, traded him away. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. Really weird. Then he came to St. Louis, and he did pretty good, and he was pretty tough. He scored some goals, and then weird things went down.
Well, he got arrested.
Things went down.
He got arrested in an airport.
Whoa.
As the players were deplaning, like in San Jose or something. I don't remember the exact.
Something like that, yeah. Very bizarre.
And everyone's like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, man. I just remember that. I was 18 years old, and Lou's like, I don't want you guys fighting each other. And then I saw the quote the next day, I'm not going to drink Lou's Kool-Aid. And I haven't seen him again. He got traded out.
And guess what? You're gonna drink the Kool-Aid.
You're gonna drink the damn Kool-Aid. You're gonna drink it and like it. Who are you kidding? Holy cow, that was bizarro land. Okay, we're gonna go to break. We will be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begin.
It's one of baseball's fiercest rivalries, the Cubs versus the Cardinals, and the action returns to Busch Stadium the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. Feel the heat, the history, and the excitement as these two legendary teams battle it out under the summer lights. 3 big games, 2 historic teams, 1 electric atmosphere you won't want to miss. Great seats remain. Secure yours today at Cardinals.com.
This is Wilson Contreras, St. Louis Cardinals for the Loop.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game, it's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody, it's our favorite song.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A boy who was last seen Sunday riding a skateboard was found Thursday about a half mile from his home, stuck in a ravine with a head injury. The teen was tracked by a canine and airlifted to a St. Louis hospital where he is recovering. St. Louis police are investigating after a 20-year-old woman was shot and critically hurt in the city's West End neighborhood. It happened Wednesday evening near the intersection of Enright and Clara Avenues. She told officers she was shot in the abdomen by an unknown man. Anyone with tips should contact police. A St. Louis man has been charged for stealing more than $13,000 worth of products from a Home Depot over several months. Jeremy Denzel Booker is charged after allegedly swapping price stickers between December and July at the Brentwood Home Depot. The North County Police Cooperative serves 9 municipalities in North St. Louis County and launched its foundation this week. The effort offers better training opportunities for officers along with family initiatives. The governor supports the effort. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Temperatures will be a lot more comfortable over the upcoming weekend following that cold front that dropped in yesterday. Low 80s for the afternoon high today, and we get sunshine. 60 and clear for the overnight hours. We'll stay right around 80 with sunshine on Saturday. Low 80s on Sunday and mostly sunny. No rain until Monday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Fenton Bar and Grill, home of the best trash wings in the St. Louis area and the best servers in town. Fenton Bar and Grill is located on Rudder Road in Fenton, just minutes away from the soccer park. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., so anytime is a good time to enjoy Fenton Bar and Grill. While you're there, say hi to Chuck, the 2024 Mater D of the Year. And know you'll always be around people that love sports. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. Learn more at FentonBarandGrill.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with EyeSight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit EyeSightMediaGroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's EyeSightMediaGroup.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen.
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, baby, 9:49 on a Friday. Hot Take Central 2.0. Let's go. Beautiful day outside. Eli Hoover, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Cam Jansen. This is the Lou Information Station. What's up?
Eli is a young guy trying to find his way in broadcasting. Terrible career choice. But I always like to kind of reach out if I can and give a helping hand. So I've followed Eli on Twitter. Eli, what's your Twitter handle?
EJH_2002.
Okay, and then
I follow him. Yep.
So Eli, pretty much everyone at the station that you work with has followed you, correct?
There is one notable exception.
What?
That we talked about.
What do you mean?
No, I don't believe it.
No way. Everybody follows everybody here. We're a team.
Yeah,
we're a team.
There's one man that leaves us for the last 10-15 minutes of the show to go to his YouTube show that is notably absent.
Matthew
Rocchio, yes.
Whoa.
What is going on?
Are you beneath him, you think?
I don't know.
Are you not?
Seems that way.
Tweets aren't. Are they? Not enough soccer involved?
Yeah.
Does he disrespect your tweets?
I guess I just don't tweet enough for him.
Does he consider you a threat? Is he threatened by you?
That could be it. That could be it too.
Maybe he's waiting me out. He knows I'm leaving in a week. He's waiting me out.
Wow. Interesting. Man, oh man.
Help.
I thought we were just one big team here. Apparently not. Rocchio's just
threatened. He's easily threatened.
That's what it is, I think. He's threatened by you. That's unacceptable. We're going to have to let him know. We're going to have to let him know.
That's not right.
Can we bring back trivia? I need more brain busters for Cam, like names of any Cleveland Indian ever, which he could not get. Wombat. They did that. Remember
Rock
that?
said he's coming up with it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Remember he was asking us, like, what's your off the beaten path wheelhouse?
Yeah.
I said boxing.
Yeah. Boxing.
You know, we're going to look bad because
they're flying here.
He does YouTube with Carricker, who is a trivia machine.
Big time.
Right? And we are not good at many things.
That's right.
We're not good at anything.
No.
Including trivia.
Not good at trivia.
And the last thing you need when you're really tired is to get a quiz.
Yeah.
It's like your brain cracks. At least mine does.
They asked me, name one Cleveland Indian player ever. And I just couldn't do it.
Is that right?
I couldn't. I was thinking about the movie. It was like Rick Vaughn. No.
You answered Rick Vaughn to that.
Yeah,
question,
I think I did.
Thinking that, hey, he was a good movie character.
Must have been based on a real story.
I mean, this has got to be true. Like Moneyball. Yeah,
I wasn't here for that. You answered Rick Vaughn.
Yeah, I was just joking, but yeah, I couldn't get any. And I won like 5 in a row. That just shows that there wasn't very good competition. Although Charlie was pretty damn good. No. I won 5 in a row.
No. Your questions were definitely easier than ours.
Well,
they were.
Like what? Hockey questions, and you got ABA questions.
We used to talk about this on the show before we destroyed it and got canceled.
That's right.
Brought Kisner down with Ambater. But we talk about how you got easier questions, and you admitted it. Yes, you'd get some hockey questions. I didn't get a ton of baseball, and whatever the non-sports questions were, yours were without question simpler than ours, and you used to admit it.
It was more the sports. They asked me about the Blues. That was like the easiest answer ever. Like who got trade? Like who was the goalie?
This would be a question. Like I would get like in 1997, who had the 5th highest batting average on the Cardinals? And then they would say to Cam, what
spell red?
No. They would ask questions about his career. Like,
who'd you play for?
After you left the Blues, what was your next stop? What?
No. Who is a guy? No, they would ask me questions of players I played with, too, and I didn't get those right.
Yeah, it was different. Like, they didn't say, Jim, what did you have for breakfast yesterday?
Jim,
Cam.
He lost every single time.
Yeah.
I couldn't even keep up. So it's hard to chirp when you're in that situation. Charlie was really good.
No, Charlie was really good.
Charlie was really good.
You had special cam questions.
What's that supposed to mean?
They were special.
You didn't get any. You should have been in the special class too.
Maybe, but I never got.
Me and you are the same.
I never got the special cam
and you never got any right. You should have been in my category.
How come
that's how it works, Eli?
How come you used to admit this and now you're pretending?
Well, because you're acting like you were great at trivia too.
No,
you didn't get any, so we were both terrible.
I think I said I was terrible. I said it made my brain crack, but they didn't go, Jim. When you worked in Wilmington, Delaware, what was the name of the radio station you worked at?
Oh, they weren't that easy. I got some good ones. He's downplaying it a little bit. Some of them were a little easier. Charlie was fantastic. He would be great at basketball, football, history, anything. He would get a lot.
Anything college football, he dominated.
Anything.
He got a lot of college football.
He got a lot of. He knows his college football. You would probably be pretty good too, Eli.
Also, great communist leaders. That was kind of his wheelhouse too. He loved that.
Yeah, he did.
Long live Mao.
Mao, baby. I thought Bader crap happened about skiing. Oh yeah, we asked him the skiing thing a couple times. I don't know. Listen, whatever. Just
it's hilarious.
It's funny. Who cares?
It's hilarious.
Let's see. Get him in, by the way. 314-590-3770. Actually, Science is chiming in. I was going to ask him a question. Because he lives in Vegas and feel like the tourism is down and hotels are.
Yeah, but they said it was 11%. Like,
is that
I
a lot?
Online, everyone's like, I'm here in this, whatever casino. No one's here. I'm not looking. It's down 11%, which is not
I saw
good.
that video too. Like, oh, look at the sports bet.
Right. I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What time was it? Like, I don't.
What they say.
Well, it's expensive.
It's a sign that a recession is coming.
Yeah.
People's disposable income has dried up. I'm not sure we're at that point. 11% is not sustainable, but it's also not the end of the world if you bounce back.
It's expensive there, man. It really is.
Everything is.
Everything.
They used to be like, hey, you can get a hot dog for $1 because they just want to get you into the casino.
Yeah.
Now that hot dog's $12.
Yep. I mean, go to any restaurant there. Any restaurant. I mean, so damn expensive.
Still fun. I love Vegas.
Do you?
Yeah.
You got married there and stuff.
We take Tyler there a couple times. Eat at the good restaurant, see a show. It's fun.
Yeah.
Walk the strip.
I'm just not into it as much.
You're not around people. You don't like being around
I like to be at the water. I'll go down to 30A, man. Rent a house. That's what I want to do.
That's fine.
And I don't have to pay to have entertainment. The water entertains
me. I like that too.
It does.
Like that too.
It does, baby. Eli, what are you doing this weekend? You gonna barbecue too?
I'm going to be watching SummerSlam and two.
Oh yeah, that's right. SummerSlam.
There
Jimmy is too.
2 short films coming out. One that my friends made and one that I was a part of. They're both coming out this afternoon, so I'm going to watch those. Support my friends.
Where are they coming out?
So my friends on YouTube, it's going to be at noon. It's going to be on their channels GNAT, because that's their initials, called The Lovers. It's a completely improvised film that they did about a year ago. And then the one that I am in and I was a part of is going to be on the Movie Camera Movement YouTube channel. It's called The Tubes. It's a parody of a movie we did the year before called The Pipes.
All right.
Tubes and pipes, baby.
Yep.
Good for you, man.
So you got that. And then you also have Serving It Up on Jim the Cat.
Exactly.
Please follow that because we got Lance.
While you're over on YouTube.
Going after Manfred. And, boy, we talked about gambling and sports. And the headline by Kyle Gibson. They talked about when you first retire. Oh, you know what they also said? I know we're tight. They also said as a player, like you're working on the road, you're just worrying about your batting average, and your wife thinks you're on vacation.
That's right. I heard that too. Check that out. Eli, have a good weekend. Jimmy, have a good weekend. All you guys out there, enjoy the weather. We will see you Monday. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train.